Hi everyone, this is Joe from Daily Arena. I'm coming to you today with a deck tech for Magic Arena. Specifically, I'm going to be looking at a Budget Izzet build. This specific build I'm looking at, I got from Ether Hub, and I'll be going through it card by card while showing some gameplay. So the deck has 4 opt, 3 magma spray, 1 sensor, 4 essence scatter, 1 search for Escanta, 2 secret insight, 4 strategic planning, 1 abrade, 1 fleeing, 4 lightning strike, 2 secrets of the golden city, 1 supreme will, 4 enigma drake, 4 cryptic serpent, at islands, mountains, and lakes. Let's go and start playing the game, and I'll start talking about the cards. Oh, my daily quest actually matches today. Alright, so first we'll talk about the creatures. Seeker of Insight, there are 2 of them in this deck. Seeker of Insight, it turns out, is pretty amazing in a Spells Matter deck like this that has a lot of instant. A lot of times you can just hold up mana, pass the turn, and then counter an opponent's spell or kill a creature and get the boost. Being able to do this every round is huge. You can use it to find lands when you need lands, or when you don't need lands, you can trade them in for gas. Let's see here. Well, again, I need some blue in my hand. The next creature, keep this one. Nice. The next creature in the deck is Cryptic Serpent. Now, Cryptic Serpent is it's a 6/5 for 7 mana, but its casting cost gets reduced for each instant or sorcery in your graveyard. In this deck, that's awesome. You very often can get a turn 4 or 5 4 mana 6/5, which is pretty good. Now let's hold up Sensor. I can cycle it. I don't need to use it. So often you can get out Cryptic Serpent on turn 4 or 5 in this deck for 4 mana, which is pretty good. And then even later, a lot of times you're going to be able to cast it for 2 or 3 mana and leave up mana for counter spells and instant speed removal, which is just huge. The next creature, which I have one of in my hand here, is Enigma Drake. Now, Enigma Drake in this deck is often just a huge undercosted flyer, and it's a pretty amazing budget finisher. Only uncommon, cheap enough that you can leave mana up to protect it, or to counter or kill any flying blockers that your opponent tries to play, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Can't really censor this. I'm just gonna cycle my sensor. Alright, do I play Enigma Drake or kill? Actually, I'm gonna get some cards and then just hold up some mana for Magma Spray. I will get Essence. Alright, so this deck most of the really important cards in it are the instant. The first instant is Opt, which there is a 4 of in this deck. And this Opt really doesn't ask much of you. It's cheap, it's instant speed, and it replaces itself. It brings so much extra consistency to your deck that basically it's good in just about any blue deck, and it's especially good in this style of Instance Matter decks. Let's go Wild Growth Walker. It's especially good because it puts instants in your graveyard which work with Enigma Drake, etc. Alright, there's a playset of Lightning Strike in here. Now, Lightning Strike's been good in every set we've used it. Instant speed, deal 3 damage to anything, means you can use it to kill threats, you can use it to get rid of blockers, you can use it to finish off your opponent if you need to do that. And in this deck, when you have these instant and sorcery synergies, it's even that much better. A Braid, there's one of in this list. It's a modal spell. It has a burn spell mode, which is a little bit worse than Lightning Strike since you can't hit your opponent with it, or a Planeswalker for that matter. Here, I'm going to play out my Enigma Drake. Worst comes to worst, I can swing it. And it has extra flexibility that lets you destroy an artifact if you need to use it to do that. That flexibility means you want maybe one of these in your deck, but I wouldn't add a whole bunch of them because, as I said earlier, you're going to be sad when you can't hit a player or a Planeswalker with them. The next spell is Supreme Will. There's one of these in here. Supreme Will is Mana Leak until Mana Leak starts being bad. And once that happens... Plain Wild Chupacabra. Once that happens, it becomes an impulse. Get you some nice card draw. It can also be pretty helpful when you need to counter something that Essence Scatter isn't going to hit. And speaking of Essence Scatter, there's a playset of Essence Scatter in this deck. Speaking of Supreme Will. In this format, most of the things you're going to want to counter are creatures. Essence Scatter counters a creature for 1 on blue, which is super cheap and easy to cast. And basically, it's probably the best counter spell that this deck could want. You're going to play a whole playset. This list has 1 Censor, which you saw earlier. Very early in the game, it's nice as it can counter things when they don't leave any mana up, when they're trying to cast spells on curve. And once you're not able to use it for that, you can just cycle it away for another card. We have 1 Fling in this deck, and that's mostly just there so that you can use it the way I just did. Throw one of your huge undercosted creatures at a player or creature when it's going to die. The deck also has 3 Magma Spray. Magma Spray is pretty efficient and works well with, oh, I should have used Supreme Will. Oh well. Let's get a Cryptic Serpent. I don't want to cast it because I can't protect it yet. I think this deck has a lot of black removal, so I'm going to wait till my next turn to cast Cryptic Serpent. Yeah, so Magma Spray exiles things that it kills. It's really good against Embalm creatures. There's 4 of Strategic Planning in this deck, an entire playset. Basically, that's just really good card selection. Draw the card out of the top 3 of your choice, out of the top 3 of your library, which is really just pretty nice. Lets you find the card you need at that point in the game. We have 2 Secrets of the Golden City. Secrets of the Golden City is an Ascend draw spell. A lot of times you're able to cast this once you have a lot of land sitting out, and you can just get Ascend off of those and draw 3 cards really cheap. But just getting 2 cards off of it is also pretty good value. The deck has 1 Search for Azcanta, and Search for Azcanta is just an amazing enchantment. You can, it lets you basically choose dry one. That's your, yeah, I can counter this. It's basically letting you try at the beginning of your turn, so you get some card selection, and you can dump things into your graveyard that are going to pump up your other creatures and things. As for lands, you've got mostly more islands than mountains, because this is a very blue-heavy deck. Oh, Tetsamok. Yeah, I need to be able to have a counter for him. Let's kill Ravenous Chupacabra. And it has a playset of Highland Lake, which are the common blue-red dual lands. Whenever you get a chance, you might want to replace those with ones that might not come in tapped. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any of those in the current environment. So that's basically all the cards, and I'm just going to finish out this game and I'll wrap it up and take this to editing. I'm not going to play the mountain. I might have something to discard that with. Alright, Tetsamok, there you go. Kill Cryptic Serpent. Play out another one. Tetsamok blocker. I haven't hit any of my card draw yet, which is pretty bad. Just attack! Oh, Vizier of the Menagerie, that's a great card. Okay. I'll play my Enigma Drake and give him something else to worry about. You know, I'm fine taking a hit from Tetsamok. So I'm just gonna swing to keep the pressure on him. Wow. Alright, so I'm guessing he's gonna gain some life off Wild Growth Walker, so I'm kind of hoping I'm just going to draw a Lightning Strike or something and be able to kill him on the next turn. Of course, he might always just have some removal from my Drake. Ravenous Chupacabra. Or Lurking Chupacabra. Could be bad for me. Alright, I think I've got it. So go for the attack. Pass my ops. Dead. There you go. Enigma Drake. It's amazing. Oh, big star. See if they get any kind of decent prizes. 200 bolus bucks and a Spirewinder. Alright. Okay, thanks for taking a look at my video, and I will see you guys next time with probably with another deck tech. Bye.